Good morning and welcome to another episode of Next Level English. Today we're going to be looking at Fred in 5 key quotes from A Christmas Carol. Okay, Fred. Fred is a positive model for Scrooge. He symbolises the spirit of Christmas, which Scrooge must learn to embrace every day to save his soul by the end of Stave 4. Structurally, he provides contrast to Scrooge. He represents the warm, giving, generous side of Christmas as opposed to Scrooge's cold, miserly attitude. And this happens in Stave 1 at the very start of the novel. So we're able to see Scrooge become more Fred-like as the novella progresses. He also remains loyal to his uncle. In Stave 3 at the party, when people are mocking Scrooge with that game, he defends him, and we'll see that in one of the quotes. And this is an example of familial love. Okay, first quote. I have always thought of Christmas time as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. So in this quote from Stave 1, when Fred visits his uncle's office, his counting house, we understand the link between Fred and Christmas, and Fred seems to represent the warm, generous, the right attitude to Christmas, that Christian, charitable spirit. Here we get a classic Dickens technique of listing. There are 5 adjectives used, and specifically kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant. So that's 4 adjectives before the noun, all of them saying the same thing, reinforcing and adding nuance, showing different aspects of it. Okay. Though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good and will do me good. And I say, God bless it. So here we see how Fred is not driven, unlike his uncle, by the master passion gain. This is the phrase that Belle used, the neglected fiancée of Scrooge that we see in Stave 2, who rejects the marriage proposal of Scrooge because Scrooge has become corrupted by his desire to acquire wealth. We also get a bit of mirroring here. So we're in Stave 1 and we've got that phrase, God bless it, very Christian phrase. And that kind of echoes Tiny Tim's God bless us everyone. And here why is that happening? Well, maybe we can zoom out to Dickens's bigger picture here, which will be that youth and the poor have qualities that the old and rich lack. So the reason the ghosts of Christmas past, present and yet to come show Scrooge what Fred is doing and what the Cratchits are doing is because he has things to learn as an old and rich person. He has things to learn from the young and poor. Other qualities of Fred, which are linked to the right attitude to Christmas, charity and philanthropy. His wealth is of no use to him. He don't do any good with it. The idea that if you're rich, you should be using it to help the poor, especially in Victorian England. So that another message from Dickens to his audience there. He also has the qualities of empathy and innate goodness. Who suffers by his ill whims himself always. This is when he defends his uncle in Stave 3 at that party. He's able to put himself inside his uncle's shoes and realizes that, he suffers, he's unhappy, even if he doesn't know it yet. Okay. Now, so a couple of other things here. We do get a lot of mirroring. So Stave 1 and Stave 5, because of that, magical transformation transition, are good ones to compare. So here, Fred as the representation, the symbolic representation of warmth of Christmas, is all in a glow. His eyes sparkled, he's ruddy, and he says Merry Christmas. So he physically looks warm. Scrooge becomes more Fred-like in Stave 5 after his transformation. He's light as a feather, he's happy as an angel, he's always chuckling, and even his own heart laughed when people don't believe he's really changed. Finally, some context. Fred represents the Victorian Christian idea of philanthropy, of doing good for your fellow man, especially those less well off than you. We see this in his repeated invitation to solitary Scrooge to join him on Christmas Day, despite repeated rejections year after year, when he helps the Cratchits with Tim's funeral in Stave 4. Obviously, the funeral is an imagined scenario, but we still get another act of generosity from Fred to helping some poor people. Hopefully that has been of use to you.